What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Getting into this episode of YNR, this was a pretty good episode. First of all, Kyle, there's no way in hell somebody's swimming in Wisconsin. Wisconsin is cold as hell. There's no way this boy is over there swimming at the Abbott Mansion. I'm like, are you serious? And on top of that, why would you walk from the backyard all the way to the front door to get back into the house? The pool is in the backyard. Why not go through the back door or the patio door or whatever? Like, that just didn't make no sense to me. Then he's sitting there talking about, oh, the pool is a heated pool. Because Jack mentioned that to him. He was like, why are you swimming in the wintertime? He's sitting there talking about, well, it's a heated pool. So what? It's not a hot tub. It's still freezing. Like, you got to be crazy. Um, my whole thing about him and Lola and stuff like that, I like Lola. I really do. I like her. She's one of the new characters I actually do like. One of very few that I like on this show. Um, my whole thing is, why is she super busy? Like, I understand she has her food truck. She's the head chef at Abby and Devon's new restaurant. I get it. But as a head chef, it's not her job to hire the staff. Her job as chef is cooking. You should be ordering ingredients and designing the kitchen. That's it. Why isn't Abby putting in all these hours with the restaurant? Lola seems super busy with this new restaurant, and yet Abby is running around planning her wedding and doing photo shoots for her engagement. Like, this whole restaurant thing was her idea. So why is she not putting in more work? This is really her and Devon's restaurant. I could understand why Devon is not putting in that much work with the restaurant because he's the financial backer, number one. Number two, he's busy with Hamilton Winters Group plus the record label. So he has his hands full with work. It seems to me everybody has their hands full with this restaurant or work, and the only one who is not busy with anything work related is Abby. And this whole thing was her idea. She should be doing the work as far as hiring the staff and all that. So I don't understand why Lola's super busy with this restaurant. Like, like I said, she should be ordering the ingredients for the food and designing the kitchen that she's going to be working in. That's it. That's really her job as head chef. Part of her job. You know what I mean? Like, she shouldn't be running around, oh, we got to do this, we got to do that. That's Abby's job. She's the co-owner of the restaurant. This was her idea. She should be doing 99, 95% of the work. Like, instead of running around worrying about her little engagement. I'm just saying. So, anyway, it was nice of Jack, to let Kyle use the Abbott cabin for him and Lola to have a romantic night because she has been working super hard. And he even has like a little sleigh ride, that's ready for them when they get there. I guess a little sleigh, horse carriage, whatever, when they get to the cabin or whatever. Um, but of course, they're never going to get there because Lola decided to break up with him because she felt like they wanted different things. I feel like Kyle has been somewhat respectful of her wishes not to have sex yet, but I listen. I respect the fact Lola's a virgin. I respect it. You give it up when you're ready to give it up on your term. When you want to whomever you choose. You know what I'm saying? So I respect the fact that she's choosing to hold out. But at the same time, when it comes to spending time with your significant other, you should have to make time for that. So I understand where Kyle's coming from. It seems like he has to beg for her attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, he understands she's busy and stuff like that, but you should make time. You know what I mean? For your significant other. Always make time. No matter how busy your schedule is. I mean, hell, he's an executive at Jabot. You know what I'm saying? Like a big cosmetics firm. So, if anybody knows busy, it should be an executive of a cosmetics company. A multi-million dollar, billion-dollar business. You know what I mean? But yet he's been, very patient with her. But at the same time, I think Kyle would be more patient with her as far as sex go if he was a virgin. If he was a virgin, I think he would be more patient with her. But the fact that he's not a virgin, it's like, he got needs. You know what I'm saying? Just like anybody. He has needs and he feels like she's not meeting those needs. And in my opinion, she's not making a big effort to spend time with Kyle. Kyle is making all these plans. He, even the other day, he had to beg her to go to dinner. She could only spare him an hour. You know what I mean? Like it's not fair on him. You know what I mean? Like you have to make time, and she's not putting in no effort. He's putting in effort to spend time with you, and you're not. So if he ends up hooking up with Summer, who I can't stand, by the way, if he ends up hooking up with Summer, that's you can't blame him for that. I couldn't. I wouldn't blame him. People make time for what they want to make time for, and Lola's not trying to make time for him. And that's on her. That's your fault. And now on top of that, you're trying to break up with him. And in my opinion, she has no real reason to break up with him. He's simply trying to be romantic and spend time with his girl. And you're not trying to give him the time of day. I get it. You're busy. But like I said, we make time for things that we want to make time for. And she's choosing not to make time for Kyle. Like, I'm pretty sure you can take a day or two off of planning for the restaurant. I mean, look at Abby. She's the owner of the restaurant, and she's planning photo shoots and engagement parties and planning a wedding. She's not even worried really about this restaurant. So if she can do all of that, surely you can spend time with your boyfriend. I'm just saying. Um, Finn, he needs to really take this music career serious. If Devon dropped him from the label, I wouldn't blame him. I mean, you really need to take this serious. He's sitting there telling Anna that, oh, I had something personal to take care of. You had nothing personal to take care of. All you were doing was hanging out with Summer. That's not something of serious. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't serious. Devon put together this showcase or whatever to show you off to the public. He got people there, all type of reporters, media outlet. He got a lot of important people there to showcase your talent, and you're not there. I would have dropped you from my label too if I was Devon. Honestly, he better be happy Devon didn't. He better be happy Summer and Anna pretty much went to bat for him. Because Devon, he has no hesitation about dropping him from the label. If you are going to be in the music business, especially when you're a new artist, you have to want it. You know what I'm saying? You have to be a go-getter. You have to go out there and do what you got to do. You can't be lazy and let that star, that fame go to your head, because that fame, it'll get you every time. I'm going to tell you, you got to watch that fame. Because when it goes to your head and you start thinking you Smokey Robinson or somebody, or Prince, God knows you're neither one of those legends, icons, legendary, just everything. You know what I'm saying? Even them, even guys like Prince, may he rest in peace, and Smokey Robinson, from what I've seen of them, they've always been humble. Interviews I've watched of them, even when their fame is up here, and God knows it's still up here. It is never dropping. And they've remained humble for so long. Even to this day, Smokey Robinson is still humble. You know what I mean? You have to remain humble no matter how high on the food chain you are. And that's what Finn needs to learn. And I think the music business is going to teach him that. It's going to teach him a hard lesson. You can either do things the easy way or you can do them the hard way, because the music business will chew you up and they will spit you right out when they get finished with you. So it's like you got to remain humble and be on your grind. All those excuses and stuff, they're not going to work forever. You know what I mean? Like, they're definitely not. And mind you, the music that he's performing is not even his music. Anna basically wrote these songs. So it's like you could easily be replaceable, because he could sign Anna to a record contract if Devon really wanted to, and if she wanted to, she could easily be signed and you can be replaced. They're giving you a huge chance here. You need to take it. Stop worrying about Summer and stuff. She clearly don't want you, and he knows that. But yet you keep sniffing behind her like she does not want you. Focus on your music career. This is what you dropped out of college for. You know what I'm saying? Like, your parents spent thousands of dollars sending you to college, and you dropped out to pursue music. So do that, because I doubt if this music thing don't work, I highly doubt Mike and Lauren are going to want to spend more money on another college education for you. I doubt it. After you done flaked on the last one. I'm just saying, get it together. But yeah, if Summer and Kyle hook up, it is what it is. I really don't care for Summer, to be quite honest. I never really did. She's so whiny to me. It's like I can't get behind Summer. Like, I really, really can't. God knows I tried, but it's like she's just way too ugh for me. Like, I just can't stand her. So anyway, I knew Ray was not gonna believe that story. that Nikki was telling him. She basically, I mean, I respect the fact Nikki stepped up because she could not allow Victor to go to prison for her. She couldn't allow it. But remember, Victor did go to jail for her before when she killed Diane Jenkins back in what, 2011? When she killed Diane Jenkins, Victor was willing to go to jail for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was definitely willing to take to prison for her. So it ain't no thing for him to do it again. You know, because Nikki's the love of his life. So of course he would die for her. You know, and he's not just doing it for her, he's doing it for Victoria too. You know, because they both can face prison time. You know, the mere fact that Victoria helped cover it up, she can be charged. So he's trying to protect both of them. And I respect the fact that Nikki's willing to step up. And in the interrogation room, when Ray was interrogating her, Nikki could have easily threw Sharon and Phyllis under the bus. She has no real loyalty to them. You know what I mean? She could have easily threw them to the, under the bus, but she chose to keep them out of it. And she basically told a story about how she caught JT abusing Victoria. He ran out the window. He escaped. She ended up catching up to him at Chancellor Park. He taunted her and threatened her, and that's when she hit him and kicked his body into the hole that was already dug up at Chancellor Park. So she came up with this whole scenario. And of course, Ray didn't believe her. And I knew he wasn't going to believe her. Because you have to think about it. For the last few months, Ray has been watching her, Phyllis, Victoria, and Sharon constantly meet up all the time at Crimson Lights and wherever else. They always huddled up together. And they always claimed that it was for charity. And he knew that they were lying. So he knows that she's lying this time. He knows she didn't do this by herself. He knows that the three other people, Victoria, Phyllis, and Sharon, were all involved. He knows it. He's not stupid. He's been watching y'all for months. So he knows. He know. The only problem is he can't prove it yet that the other three were involved. And Nikki, of course, is not going to change her story. So when Victoria went to the police station, Victoria didn't know what Nikki told them, so she had to stick to the original story. You know, she had to just tell Ray her original story. And of course, obviously, he's still not believing nothing. You know, Victor and all them are just trying to figure out, Nick, Victor, they all trying to figure out how to get them out of this situation. But, I mean, it's a sticky situation to be in. Like I said, I respect her honesty. At this point, I don't understand why Victor is not telling Michael the whole story about what happened. Why Nick, Victoria, none of them are telling Michael the whole story. He's your lawyer. He's basically representing the whole family. So it would be in your best interest to tell him this so that way he's not blindsided later. Because he's already pissed off that they didn't tell him anything about Nikki's involvement in this. You know what I'm saying? You have to be totally honest with your attorney. He's there to keep not just her out of prison, all of you. He's trying to keep everybody out of prison, whoever is involved. So it's in your best interest to tell him everything. You know? Definitely in your best interest. You do not want to keep secrets from your lawyer, especially when your life is on the line. Like you could spend life in prison. You got to be totally transparent and be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael head is gonna spin. I'm telling you, he was already pissed off today when he figured out. You know, when Nikki confessed, he was like, "So Nikki was involved this whole time. What else are y'all not telling me? Like y'all need to tell that man the truth." So he can figure out how to keep all y'all asses out of prison. I'm just saying, like, that prison ain't no joke. And with Nikki's MS, she's definitely not gonna last long. The best thing that Victor and anybody can do is try to prove that JT's really alive, because somebody's targeting him. It wouldn't surprise me if it was Phyllis, because she hates Victor with good reason. So it wouldn't shock me if she was trying to put Victor in prison for murder. That wouldn't shock me. Or from what I'm hearing, they're trying to recast Adam Newman, so it wouldn't shock me if it was Adam, who is the one, you know, trying to frame Victor. It wouldn't surprise me. Those are the three culprits: Phyllis, Adam, or JT. Those are the three culprits. So it wouldn't surprise me if it was either one of them, to be quite honest. They all got a huge gripe. You know, JT, Adam are the biggest ones, and Phyllis, of course, for what Victor did to her. So it's crazy right now. We got to find out who's going to prison and who's not. So anyway, hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see you all later. Have a great day. Peace.